Welcome to the Life Coach Show with your host, Andrea Lavalle. Andrea is the creator and founder of the Empowerment Coaching Group and has created several empowering workshops and services. Andrea is an empowerment coach, speaker, author, NLP practitioner, and a registered Reiki practitioner. She is also known for the innovative Reiki service known as Interactive Reiki, designed to help you raise your vibration and heal your body and mind. To learn more about Andrea, her coaching, and her services, you can visit her website at www.theempowermentcoachinggroup.com. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host of the Life Coach Show, Miss Andrea Lavalle.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the Life Coach Show. Today I have a very extra special guest, as I always do, but this time I'm really excited about today's extra special guest. My guest and I have been friends for a very long time, and although we've never really met, I know one day we will. My friend lives all the way in Australia, so I'm really excited to have her on because Australia is a beautiful place, and I've always wanted to go there, and she's my third Australian guest, so I'm third time the international host of the Life Coach Show. So today we're going to be talking to a very special woman. Her name is Colleen Roberts, and Colleen Roberts is the owner of two websites, onlinecoachsupport.com and colleenscoachingcorner.com. She's passionate about promoting and supporting other life, business, and wellness coaches that may feel overwhelmed with all the different tech and marketing aspects of running a business by providing a safe place that they can share and learn with like-minded people or other coaches. She provides training sessions and soon to be hosting Busy Bee workshops to ensure the practical steps get done. She also provides an instant teleseminar training platform. Use an instant teleseminar that members can use for free. They can gain confidence with a resource without having to pay for another service they may not be quite ready for. Training and co-piloting is also provided if required. She's also a certified life coach and currently studying marketing. Soon to be a content marketing strategist, Colleen lives in Perth, Western Australia, also works full-time, mother of 5 children, and 1 grandchild. Colleen is putting together her new course specifically for members, the Honeycomb Effect. She loves the analogy of honeybees. While the end result is for them to make the honey, their most important role and journey starts with them cross-pollinating the flowers. And that's a reference from 1 Minute Millionaire. And Colleen, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Andrea. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you this morning for you, right?
Yes, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Nice and early.
Just barely rubbing the Sandman out your eyes and waking up, are you?
Yes, and ready to start this part of it, which is the beautiful part of it, and then off to work I go for the day.
Off to work you go. Amazing. And ever since I've known you, that's been your life. You would get up very, very early, give your support to whoever needs it, and then off to work you go. Like, I so admire that. You're very busy. I mean, working full-time and taking care of a family, you're very busy, but you always make time for others.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons that we become coaches, because we are always looking out for others and light workers in that side of it. So, yeah. Yeah,
and very determined. You never quit. So tell us a little bit about onlinecoachsupport.com. How did it originally come about?
So near the completion of my coach training, myself and a small group of coaches started our own Facebook group, originally just called Niche Networkers. So you were a major part of it as well, Andrea, which was fabulous. And a couple of us had some ideas that we had posted in our academy group that we got a lot of feedback from other members. And your idea was in regards to creating a directory for all of our coaches. And my idea, I wanted to help, with at that time, just with the techie side of things, and now as I'm learning more about the business side and definitely the marketing side of it, which I think, we could have a great website, we can have great content, but if we can't get our message out to our tribe, then we can't get clients as well. So we have to understand the marketing psychology. And also Ali Atkinson, she really wanted to help us make sure that we got through our certification as well. So that was fantastic. And then at the beginning, we had our first call and we were all excited. And from that, there became a few other members that also joined, and we were going to put some things together and put a lot of work and a lot of hours in. So I'd also want to do a special shout out to yourself, Andrea, and Ali, Tara, Sue Foley, Marie Skeena, and Linda Carroll as well. And all of our members that are within our academy initially, and then from networking and everything like that, it's grown to other coaching organisations as well. So I'd just like to do a very special shout out to all of our members.
I remember the gang, yes, when we were first putting in all that time into building up niche networkers and those weekly meetings and phone calls. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, that's very thoughtful of you to recognize us.
Yeah, thank you. And at that time as well, we were all so new, and so I think we're all getting swamped with the bright, shiny object syndrome and what do we have to learn and all these different platforms. And so there was a lot of work that I guess gave us a bit of more of an understanding of what sort of things did work and what didn't work. But it was just really nice that we did have each other to learn these different things with. And I think for all coaches and that, you know, we get sold on that marketing dream, we're all new to the online world, and then we don't realise. So we start off with, you need to identify your target market, but then you need to use social media for your business page and to help get your messages out there, or you have to create websites, and you have to create the marketing strategies, you have to create some content. And you can't just expect someone to sort of jump onto your website and then that they're going to be your client. So you need to warm them up, and it just becomes so overwhelming. One of the coaches that was in our group, so she came from the nursing background, and I just said, upload the attachment or something like that, something that I took for granted. And because she's not on the computers all the time, even that instruction sort of freaked her out a little bit. And I thought, so if I'm sort of getting a little bit overwhelmed on the online aspect, how are these other ones that aren't even on computers much at all?
Right, and trying to build a coaching business on top of that.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. And so then we got requests and stuff from other people to be joining our group, and I think at the moment we've definitely got over 300 within the Facebook group. And so we needed to make it a little bit more specific, because a lot of admin time was then spent qualifying the members to see, are they coaches, you know, what academy and everything like that. So we turned it into a secret group, and we made it Niche Networkers Coach Support. And then we also created a Facebook page that was open to everyone. And in 2014, we formed a membership site, and we had 48 members initially, so they became our foundation members. They put in some money, and before we had even got our website established, and that was called nichenetworkers.com. But so we realised that we again needed to be more specific. So when we overhauled it in beginning of 2015, we changed the name to Online Coach Support. So we've had about 10 additional members join, and the goal is to reach about 200 in the next few months. So we really want to start, just encouraging everyone to join up as well.
That's wonderful. And so what is the difference between the Facebook group and the membership site?
So our Facebook group is free, and it's a secret group. So if anyone does want to be added, they need to be referred to by a member and then approved by me. Okay. So you might know some people as well, Andrea, and you have added quite a few people as well over the years. And we've all got different networks and everything like that. So we've got our Facebook group, which is free. And so that has been set up still as a private place to support the coaches to find their feet in the business world, both emotionally and on the techie side of things. And here we can build our skills with the technology required, explore business development, and clarify our niches. So if anyone has any questions or anything, or whatever part of the journey that they're in, then they can do a shout-out in a private protected group. We also encourage everyone to promote their programs, and they can test it out within this group. So if they want just a small little audience, they don't have to go right out to the community to start with. And we want to give them that constructive feedback, or hey, you might need to change this, or you need to do a bit more promotional side of it to get it out there. The membership site is set up. It's a small financial commitment, and we're trying to keep this as affordable as possible. So we know how hard it is when you're first getting established, and you've got money coming out all the time. The focus is on promoting our members as much as possible and supporting them both emotionally and on the techie marketing and business side of things. So we've got 2 sections set up, and this will sort of lead into the directory aspect, which I hope that myself and you can join forces again. So we've got the Angel section, and we've got the Ninja section as well. Right. And so the Angel section covers that emotional aspect, so we've got a lot of coaches that are in the wellness industry. They deliver Reiki, EFT, NLP, distant healing. They work with crystals or anything like that. And we've got the Ninja section, which that helps on the marketing and the business side of things. So we want to be promoting our members' websites. We want to include them in blogs and newsletters and get them out there so that they are targeting, their perfect clients.
Great. So let's talk a little bit about members and what they get. So what are the benefits of becoming a member?
All right, so financial members get extra support and training and discount on a whole lot of services. They also get to use the instant teleseminar platform for free as well. Other coaches have also provided services at discounted rate for members. So these resources will dramatically increase over the year. Some training and additional resources will soon only be seen in a separate members section, so that'll be private for members only. We have an affiliate program which rewards members at a higher rate for getting other coaches to sign up as a member. They also get promotional opportunities for their business and their services, the opportunity to be part of the Angel and Ninja sections, the affiliate rewards, as I mentioned, so members would get 33% as a passive income that they can help to use towards any other resources that they may need for their business. They get co-hosting opportunities and joint venture opportunities and lots of templates and resources as well. Like, this is what we are building on at the moment.
Wow, this is wonderful. So you guys have grown in leaps and bounds over the past 2 years.
Yeah, we're getting there, but that's because I think we all working in together. And the analogy at the beginning with the honeybees, it relates to the important part of the journey with the cross-pollination of flowers. Well, with us being, within the group, for instance, with the Facebook group, and that's how it all started, we're not doing it all alone. So us as coaches like to help other people, but then we find that while we're creating the business side of it, we actually end up isolating ourselves. We isolate ourselves from our friends and our family because they don't understand what we're trying to do. And then we sort of isolate ourselves sometimes from other coaches, and because we think, oh, she's doing really well and I haven't done that. But just by realising that you can help each other and we're all on our own individual journey, and the joint ventures and everything that can come out of these things, we'll all get our goal, which is to have a nice, thriving business and doing something that we love, So that's how I bring in the analogy of the honeybees.
Wow, that's wonderful. Yeah, I love that analogy. So let's talk some more about angels and butterflies, because I'm still a little unsure on how this works. So someone pays a membership fee, and then they become either an angel or not angel and butterfly, I'm sorry, angels and ninja. So they become either an angel or a ninja based on their needs or their services.
So this is the start of it as I guess, start trying to separate the strengths for each coach. So a lot of coaches, for instance, they're developing courses and stuff that is more designed on the emotional needs for their clients, and our coaches become their clients as well. And, so if they can offer a discount or something on their services for our members, but then that same course or their same service that they're providing to their clients as well, that handles all of the emotional aspects. So that is your things like your Reiki and your distant healing and crystals, meditations, visualizations, anything that's going to empower you emotionally.
Okay.
The ninja side of it is, so I should say, like with the angels, some days, you may want to scream and cry, take time out, just run away, and that's when you need that emotional support.
Right.
And so one of our coaches, actually, she's just posted recently in our little Facebook group, and her daughter found these wings, and they're two beautiful big wings, and the little quote on it, it says, "We are each of us angels with only one wing, and we can only fly by embracing one another." So I just really love that, and I thought that tied in with the angel aspect of it.
Oh, that is lovely. Yes.
Yeah. And then the ninjas, so they represent the techie business and marketing aspect. So when members join up, it's not necessarily that they have to be, I'm an angel or a ninja, but we're just trying to see, okay, so, where we can channel, what are their strengths and how we can market to get them out there. So what is their course about? Is it, say for me, I classify myself as a ninja because I'm helping people out on the business side or the techie side of it, marketing, and we've got so many different hats as a small business owner that our coaches need to get our head around. And, yeah, so that's why I classify myself as a ninja, and we've got others that are more, on that emotional aspect.
Okay. So it's just a way to market your members.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, by the way, I would be more on the angel side of it, I think.
Yes. You do with the NLP, and you've got a whole lot of
NLP and the Reiki, but I am a bit techie as well. But as far as my services goes, and the type of coaching that I do, it is more of the angel side. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also, Andrea, your other special service with the fertility side of it.
Right.
I mean, that is definitely on the angel side and helping couples, when they're wanting that additional support and that and get them in the right space for baby, and that was just such a beautiful thing as well.
Yes, definitely. Yes, I love doing fertility coaching. It's so rewarding. So what's the best advice that you can give a new coach?
To join support groups such as ours, so Niche Networkers Coach Support. There's also some other awesome Facebook groups out there, so Awesome Heart-Centered Entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. There's coaches, authors, entrepreneurs step into the spotlight. Awesomepreneurs, yeah. Coaches speak. So there's a few that are out there, but definitely join a support group.
Yeah.
So we know also that as coaches we give our clients great results because we are in their corner, we are their cheerleaders, and so the best gift we can give to ourselves is also to ask and receive support from like-minded people. One of the things I mentioned before is that we can isolate ourselves because we're trying so hard on our business side of things to get it all set up, and when we're trying to talk to our friends and family and that they might be a bit negative, or they'll just say, oh, that's just a hobby, or that will never work, because their eyes aren't open. So you're trying to deal, I think, with two worlds. You've got your new world, your eyes have been opened, you've got all of this inspiration and positiveness and encouragement, and then you've got your normal, family world and everything like that. So, yeah, it can become quite isolating while you're you might be so excited to say something out to your friends and your family, and then they sort of knock you down a bit. And I just definitely think you have to be part of a support group. And then the other side of it is just to tackle one little aspect at a time. So one of the things that we were doing, and I think we really, really need to restart, is Post-it Mondays. And that initially came from Tucky Moore. And so what he says is that you have 3 things that you want to get done within that week. So you are only concentrating on those 3 things. So you might have something that is really, really simple, something that is a little bit harder, and something else that might be a bit more of a stretch. But don't make it too hard. But then, you're just chunking it down and you're just saying, right, part of, say, for instance, my course that I'm trying to put together for our coaches, which is the Honeycomb Effect, it's breaking them down into that 6 main pillars, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But
okay.
when you're just concentrating on just a tiny little bit at a time and you get that done, then that reduces the overwhelm. So I think the main thing is to seek advice from people and chunk things down, and just like the Post-it Monday strategy is a fantastic one because it just reduces all of the overwhelm.
Yeah, and then you have other coaches support to help you with the accountability. You post your Post-it Monday on your group website, because I've seen it. It's wonderful. And then, of course, it's always nice to post results or anything from that, which is wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you provide training, resources, or any kind of platforms for the coaches?
Yeah, so the main platform that we provide is the Instant Teleseminar platform, and I'm also wanting to really check out Webinar Jam and do a lot of promoting with the coaches for the end of this year and beginning of next year. I want to really start to get into that. So Webinar Jam, it combines the power of a webinar, but it also links to Google Hangouts and YouTube, so that will give our coaches massive exposure.
Right.
There's lots and lots of templates and stuff that's already included in the Files tab in our little Facebook group, but we also, like I mentioned, we've got other coaches that have given us support. So we've had Jessica Lorimer, for instance, give us a whole lot of information in regards to the social media aspect. Sue Foley, she's putting together one for EFT. And, for each of them, there's different checklists and different things as well. So this is something that we are going to be concentrating on a lot more this year, and we are going to keep building it up as well. If there's any other, like training as in creating landing pages, or I think initially right at the beginning, remember we did a training call as well, Andrea, and that was on with your opt-ins and autoresponders and different things like that. So if there's training required in anything like that, so, say MailChimp, for instance, is a type of autoresponder, and what is an opt-in, and, so we can lead the people through the different steps to what all of this techie online talk means. Yeah,
and I remember doing a training back in the beginning on, the benefits of outsourcing.
And definitely, yes.
It was a great training because I was outsourcing a lot of my things through Odesk and Fiverr, and talking about it with coaches, and I'm sure a couple coaches took advantage of it, because really, why try to figure things out was my thing. Why try to figure things out when we could just outsource it? So I remember doing a training for the coaches for that. And I want to mention that I'll be doing a training for you guys on doing your own radio show, because radio is an amazing platform. It opens up doors, opens up opportunities. So it's going to be a free webinar on how to start a radio business, which is a wonderful thing if you're a coach, because it really shows your expertise as well as, gets your name out there.
And the connection that it provides you with, so many different people and stuff, your name straight away comes up with whoever you've interviewed. So that is so fantastic. Thanks so much, Andrea.
You're welcome. And I do want to mention that we're currently using one of our wonderful platform, Instant Teleseminar, to do this radio program. You were able to call in on a local number, and so was I. And we were able to connect, and then we're going to upload the show onto the radio, onto the Life Coach radio show. So it's a wonderful platform. If you guys out there who are part of Niche Networkers, or you're thinking about becoming a part of Niche Networkers, or you're not a part of a support group and you're looking for one, well, this is definitely a great one to become a part of. Colleen is wonderful, and the rest of the gang, and the fact that we get this platform to use to do webinars and trainings and radio interviews and to test it out for whatever your business, whatever you're looking to do. It's wonderful that we have this resource for free as a member.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to think, like the account or whatever that we're on, so it's $67 American dollars, and at the moment the Aussie dollar has gone down. So I think it's close to $90 a month that this platform would cost someone individually. And, so that's for over the year, that's, say, even in American dollars, it works out about, about $800 for Australian, it's pretty close to your $1,000. And you can just repurpose your content in so many different ways and everything as well. So, yeah, I love it. And this is how I got started with, I also did interviews and interviewed a whole lot of coaches, which just got me to understand their story and get to know so much about them, which I would not have had the opportunity to do otherwise.
That's right. Yeah, definitely does open that door. And I know some coaches in our group uses it to interview their clients, a way to connect with their clients from across the globe.
Yep. They can interview their clients, and then they could provide their clients actually with that recording. You know, so sometimes when you with the call or whatever, or they're trying to absorb it, if they can listen to it back, then they can get that deeper. It just goes down to that next level. So even for myself with this platform, when I was doing the coach training, because I was working full-time, I could never be on the live call. So I had to download it and put it as an MP3 so I could play it in my car. My car became my virtual study area. So it was just fantastic because I could just play that lesson over and over again and just really get the depth to it as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. So what an amazing platform. So what is the monthly rate for someone to become a member? Because if this would normally cost $90 a month, and what are we charging our members? I mean, they're probably getting the savings in a month or two just for using this platform alone.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So the annual rate is $127 so that's for a year, and that's in Australian dollars. And then we do have the option as well that people can just sign up for a minimum of 12 months, but then it is only $15 a month. So that's like 2 cups of coffee or 2 glasses of wine.
Right, right. Or like 1 use, 2 use, less than 2 use of this platform alone pays for your annual. So,
oh, definitely, yes, that's amazing. A good way of saying it as well.
Yeah, amazing. Plus you offer other resources for the coaches, which is great.
Yeah. It's all about, I think, we know to how it was when we first got started and to how overwhelmed we felt. And I just think that so many coaches would not continue with their journey because of all of the challenges and things if we're not supporting each other.
Yes, yes. And the support is priceless.
And one of the things that you mentioned as well, Andrea, in regards to the outsourcing, that is definitely one of the things that we don't have to be experts in everything. We don't have to try and work everything out. And that's by allowing someone to do something that they're really good at, and then that takes that pressure off you. You get a more polished result without burning yourself out as well.
Right, right. Okay, so we have about 10 minutes, so let's look at the Honeycomb Effect. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that and how it works?
Yes, I would love to. So the Honeycomb Effect is, as I mentioned, it's our way of sort of cross-pollinating. It's been broken down into 6 steps. So you've got the getting started, money magic, creating content, marketing psyche and funnels, ninja support. So your ninja support is what you did with the outsourcing and out-tasking, or otherwise you have different systems and stuff, and also the partnerships. So, the getting started bit is really breaking things down to make sure that you know what your end goal is. So you start with the end goal in mind and what your outcome is, and really break it down so that you can map it out. And then you can chunk it down into your small bits so that you're not getting, you're only doing another great quote from Tucky. It was just in time learning, not just in case learning. So you're not having to learn all of these things right up front. You're only needing to learn what you need to learn right now. The money magic, that gets into, what are you going to charge? What are you going to charge for your courses or your services or your online programs, or can you repurpose your products so that you can make smaller products? What money goal is it that you are wanting to achieve, and how can you make it the best way for you to get there as well? Creating the content, so even for instance, and I'll use the Honeycomb Effect. That is my whole course, but then I'm going to break that down into those 6 separate components, and each of those components then can become like a mini course, and I can use that for my blog articles or for my landing pages or to get somebody's attention, because I can just be really, really specific and create extra content out of my main content. So the marketing psyche and the funnel, so that gets behind the marketing psyche that you need to understand. One of the quotes, so this I got from Not So Freaky University, and it was like, you don't expect someone to marry you on the first date. You'd run. So instead, you would take them out for coffee and you would get to know that person. So you've got to warm up your clients. You can't just put an opt-in in and expect someone to sign up and then that they're going to be comfortable with becoming your client. So you need to engage with them and build up that trust and rapport, and you have to understand the marketing psyche behind that. The ninja support, as I mentioned, is what you mentioned with the outsourcing or the out-tasking, or it could be different systems or other people that may be able to help you. And then the partnerships is, well, it can be on the affiliate side of it, it can be joint ventures, anything that will help you increase your engagement out to your target market and to the amount of people that you can sort of have access to, So, for instance, if we had a joint venture, which is what we want to do again, we want to come back together and bring online coach support with the Empowerment Coach, which is your website, and together, create a directory for all of our coaches. So that's, would be classed as a joint venture or a partnership. Yeah, so that course will be heavily discounted for members as well of online coach support.
Wow. And so is this a program you're creating where it's a weekly phone call, or it's like a one-time purchase and you get the 6 steps? How are you?
Initially I will run it as a live call, and I'll have probably that 6 or 8 calls over weekly calls, and then I will record it and it will become a home study as well. So the home study will be a cheaper option for everybody. And
fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
And then we can take it from there. And then if, people need even more help in that, then I've got a VIP program, which is part of it as well.
Great. Do you have a launch date for this?
Well, it's so funny because I tested it out right at the beginning of the year, and I thought, well, I will have this done and dusted by June. June's already well and truly gone. I am hoping for November, which is only a few weeks away, to at least get it started and to, maybe start up another little trial group and to test it out. And anyone that wants to jump on board, and that'll help them get ready for 2016. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's great, because we're going to keep our eye out for that. And, we'll forgive you if it's a little late, because we know how busy you are, running 2 online groups as well as working, and family that comes into play, which we all know can take up a bit of our time. But It sounds amazing, Colleen. I love it. I think this is definitely something that I'd want to be a part of. So I love it. And please let me know if I can support you in any way.
Thank you so much. That's wonderful.
Yeah. So what is the future direction of online coach support?
Yes, so this is where I really would like to focus with you and to have it become a worldwide directory. And this, a similar one to what I really like is Christian Michelson, and that's Impact for Coaches. And so, he advertises that there's coach jobs for other people for all around the world. So we're helping those people bring that target market to them, or that they can search and they can say, right, I want a coach in regards to EFT. They can see all of the accreditations and they can then pick and choose who they want. And I think in regards to that, Andrea, I'm going to hand it over to you as well, because this part of it was your vision.
Yeah, so you're referring to the directory.
Yes.
Right. So I know some time ago we had talked about building a directory, because I felt, one of the things that most coaches would need starting out be clients. And, I have no marketing, zero marketing background. I came from non-for-profit sector. I was, working my 9 to 5, getting my pay, going home, it's done. there's no sales to it. It was all about, counseling, case management, and that's it. So the jump to life coaching was huge for me as far as getting clients. I didn't know the first thing about getting clients. So I thought after I was done with my coach training, I thought, surely there's other people like me. What can I do to support those people who are in the same boat as I am? And we want to help people. We want to support people. We want to run an online coaching business. How do we do it? And that's when I put the post out there, and you were one of the first ones that jumped on. Let's start some kind of a group or a directory where we can attract clients and we could all work together and help bring clients to the coaches. And Niche Networkers, to make a long story short, was born. And now we're at the point, it sounds like, where we need to put this directory together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I definitely think, even for us as coaches, like I said before, if I need to get some support on other things, I don't know everything about social media. I don't know everything about or anything too much about NLP, or I don't know. I've only had a little bit of dealing with EFT. So, I've had just having that support from those other coaches and them taking you through as well has just been, so beneficial.
Right. All right, great. So we're just going to wrap up a bit. So, I feel I've come full circle and connected with you again and bringing this all back up with the directory and where we're going and where we've been and where we're heading. So it's been really, really wonderful connecting with you. Is there any closing remarks that you'd like to add?
I would just love to encourage any coaches that are out there to, like I mentioned, join support groups, and I'd love it to be that you join our support group. If you are currently a member, just to have a shout out, tag me in any messages and stuff if you want, because you don't get to see everything in the news feed as well. I think a lot of people do turn off their notifications. I really would love to encourage you to get you out there and be promoting, your content, your services out to your tribes and everything. And I would love to do is whatever I can to make that happen, so that we can do it together and make it happen.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, you heard it here first on the Life Coach Show. You need support. You're a coach. You need that, the assistance, someone to bounce ideas off. You're not techie, but you need that techie support. All of that and more, you can find that support for Niche Networkers through Colleen's group. And, Colleen, what is the website?
The website is onlinecoachsupport.com.
onlinecoachsupport.com. So I'm back in old school. I'd still call it Niche Networkers. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we've got on our Facebook group, but it is a secret group. So if you do know anybody that is part of our group, then talk with them and then they can help us as well. Yeah. And
you could utilize myself, Andrea Lavallee, or Colleen Roberts, to get in the group. All right, Colleen, it's been wonderful having you on the show. This time just flew by. I'd love to have you back.
I would love to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, I wish you a great day, and I hope to connect with you again soon.
Thanks so much, Andrea. Have a good day.
Thanks. You too. Take care. Bye.